We're too late. He's here.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Just BSing. Today we're doing another unboxing and review for you guys, and it is one that caused so many people some trouble during pre-orders. In fact, it caused yours truly some trouble because I actually had a video queued up to talk about the pre-orders, had everything ready to go, all I needed was the link, and before I even got the link in the video, it was sold out. And of course I am talking about this big veiny triumphant guy right here. This is the DARKSEID mega figure from McFarlane Toys. This thing sold out in like 5 minutes. It was crazy during pre-orders, and thankfully got my pre-order in just before everything sold out, and it finally showed up actually a couple of days ago as of this recording. So we wanted to bring it onto the channel, do an unboxing and review for you guys, because not only is this a very cool DARKSEID mega figure, but this is very Superpowers-esque. And you know, all of our fans of the channel and who've been watching us for a while, we love the Superpowers line on this channel, but this is one of those figures that has kind of made us start dabbling into other lines. In fact, Superpowers itself got us back into collecting, period. So this is kind of my first trip into other McFarlane lines. Won't be my last. We've actually already got some other stuff ordered and pre-ordered and on the way for future unboxings in the Multiverse line. But this one being so Superpowers-esque, what better way to start talking about some of those other lines than DARKSEID himself. So obviously, as we can tell from the front and back of this packaging, this is heavily inspired by the first DARKSEID Kenner Superpowers figure and the art of Jack Kirby. So both very cool. I really like Jack Kirby's work, and I love that Kenner Superpowers. So we are going to pop this DARKSEID out of his packaging, take a look at him in better detail. We'll fast forward through all of that so you don't hear all of the packaging sounds and everything. We'll be back in just 1 second. And we have our DARKSEID out of the package with the default Omega Beam firing up head still attached. He also comes with a standard DARKSEID head that is just kind of glowy red eyes and 2 additional hands so that he can point and do that Hulk Hogan "you" and another fist, so that I think he can have fists on both hands. That looks like, yes, that is the right hand and this is the left hand. So those are very cool. Does look like he has a wired cape here, so you can kind of take his cape how you want to make it, like he's blowing in the wind there. And that's pretty cool.
That's neat, I like that.
Yeah, he's coming down from Apocalypse and his cape is blowing in the wind. This is a very cool DARKSEID, and as I said, very reminiscent of the original Kenner Superpowers figure. In fact, I have that one right here for comparison. As you can see, I mean, it's basically the same exact design, you know, almost identical except for the size. Obviously, this guy is gigantic, and this is kind of more in that Superpower scale. And this is a bigger figure in the Superpower scale, so you can see how much larger this DARKSEID is to the Superpowers figures. Obviously, this DARKSEID has been hitting the weights a little bit more, definitely vascular. He's got plenty of veins popping out, veins on top of veins in his arms, and a little bit of a meaner head. That said, I still love the action feature on the Kenner DARKSEID where the light shines into the top.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if he's got these Omega beams going on, if they had the 2 different heads, they should have put that little red just on this one.
I was just thinking that same thing, yeah.
And then not on that one. As you're saying, it is very Superpower reminiscent. It is also pretty much spot on for the comics when he made his introduction in the 70s, whether it was from the comics based or actual Superpowers. Hey, either one, they both looks really good. Some of the other powers, I was curious, I've always known DARKSEID as just having basically the same type of super speed, strength, you know, it's very similar to Superman and the Omega beams. One of the things I was always kind of curious of is they have different iterations of him being larger or smaller. Apparently that's one of his powers. He can grow to be bigger. So, so this actually works out nicely. He also has telekinesis powers.
Very cool, yeah.
So on the back of the box, you see he's got like some glowing hands. I was wondering if that's what that was kind of trying to represent. I do love his booger picking finger there. That's what that just, not pointing for me, man. He's got
an apocalypse up his nose and he needs to get that out. Yeah, that's pretty pretty funny.
But I do love this cape. It's kind of like your Superman Hot Toys.
It's
right?
Yeah, this one's actually wired a little bit better than that Superman Hot Toys. And speaking of that, this figure is not that far off in scale from that Hot Toys figure. So you could
you're going to take him out and you're going to fight?
I might do it. I might do it. Now that Christopher Reeve's still a little bit bigger, so he's a little overpowered for that for this Darkseid, but it's not far off. Not far off. And as far as cost goes, this is a $40 figure. Hot Toys, not a $40 figure. So pretty good deal for this Darkseid. And I think they are starting to show up now in Target.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I actually, just before we got on to record, saw a post, someone found one in Target. I think it was in Arizona. So keep your eyes out. These are hitting stores. And if you did get a pre-order in, you should be or have already received this figure. So should be hitting your mailboxes anytime now or Target. And you can hopefully be able to pick one up.
I was just trying to see how well he moved everywhere.
Yeah, he's got, I think the box had 22 moving parts. So he's got some pretty good.
The cape is one, right?
The cape, I would assume, yeah. He's got his ankle here, knee. That's a little bit stiff, probably because he's right out of the
Compared to his
package.
shoulder, look at that thing. That thing's like super wobbles.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. So shoulder, elbow, wrist, head, of course.
How easy is it to pop the head off?
Let's see. So it looks like from this, it is basically the entire neck joint there. So I think if you kind of...
Nope.
There we go.
Okay.
There we go.
I thought you were going to pop me in the face.
I might have. But for other reasons besides taking the... And then to pop that back on, just stick that on right there.
Yeah.
And now you have the without Omega Beam.
Oh, he looks awesome with either head.
Just the regular head. I actually kind of prefer that one. So this is probably the head that I'm going to keep on him for display purposes. So we are not going to, for the purposes of this video, take the hands off and everything. I think actually it might be easier to get those hands off with the arms off, and the arms do pop out as well. So that is the way I'd recommend doing it. But this is brand new out of the box, so the joints are very stiff right now. So I'm gonna let that kind of loosen up, play with those a little bit, make sure that they kind of get broken in before I start pulling more parts off of this one. But the head does come off fairly easily. You do have to push a little bit harder to get it back on, but not too difficult, especially if you have figures like this already that have replaceable parts like that. Shouldn't be too much of a problem for you guys. Overall, very, very happy with this figure. I think that it is a great addition to my collection. I think it will be a great addition to any of your collections out there. And if you are a Superpowers fan like we are, since Chris brought up the ability for Darkseid to grow, I think you can pair him with your Superpowers collection and still have it kind of make sense. Yeah,
so in addition to the Omega Beam head and the booger picking finger, there are two other little things that we noticed in the box.
Right.
There's like a trading card, it kind of looks like, and looks like a stand for actual Darkseid.
Yeah, there is a stand in there, and the card is actually just the photo on the back, but just obviously a smaller card size version of that. So yeah, very cool. I actually really like the interior of the box as well. It makes a nice background.
I didn't notice that until you just turned it right now.
It's like comics.
It's like, is that Fleischer Superman right there too?
That maybe, yeah, maybe.
So I love that. Yeah, lots of different comics. You got Death of Superman. I was gonna say maybe it's all appearances of Darkseid, but there's a Death of Superman, so obviously not. So just a bunch of just random DC comics, but those were really cool though.
World's best comics with Batman, Robin, and Superman, Green Lantern. Yeah, very, very cool box art here, and just all the way around. Really like these boxes. Now I've seen those boxes in the store staring me in the face so many times. Haven't picked them up, but this was the first one. And definitely not upset that this is the first action figure of the DC Multiverse line that I've gotten.
Well, it's so funny you mentioned that. I'm thinking back to the last time I was at Target. I think I saw them setting up some of these multiverse boxes like this, so I'm gonna have to go double check mine now as well.
Yeah, there's plenty of them there. And like I said, this won't be the last one on the channel. And I guess we can go ahead and give it a Just BSing rating. I'll start, it's mine. I will go ahead and I'm giving this a so good.
Oh yeah, you gotta give this one a so good.
Yeah,
this is
for
just
sure.
Really great.
No guys, this is fantastic. If you haven't picked this up yet, keep your eyes out. Like I said, they are starting to hit stores and Target, so you should be able to find it fairly soon. Hopefully, wouldn't recommend necessarily paying over the retail price for this if you're looking on eBay or something like that. It's a great figure. I don't think it's worth being gouged over. So look for it retail. You should be able to find it.
I will also mention that sometimes when I pre-purchase some figures from Target, My order was still in a pending status, but I went to Target itself. They had already had the action figures there, and they were already on sale because they had been there for so long.
In fact, that is actually, I mentioned the post that I saw, someone found it at Target, exact same thing. They had it pre-ordered, their Target order was, I think, delayed. So they happened to be in Target, found it there, and I mean, it wasn't on sale yet because it's still brand new, but was able to pick it up and cancel the pre-order. So if you're hitting up Target, keep an eye out. All of these multiverse figures are scattered throughout the store, so you should probably be able to find it very, very soon. So yeah, guys, definitely highly recommend this figure. That will do it for this unboxing. Thank you so much for watching, as always. If you haven't already liked this video, please do so right now. If you haven't subscribed and you've been stopping by, go ahead and give us a subscribe. It really helps us out as a small growing channel, and we really appreciate it. Love BSing with every single one of you. So we want some more friends. Join the Hall of Just BS and hit that subscribe button right now. So guys, thank you again. We will see you guys in the next one.
Have a great one, guys.
And we have our Darkseid out of his package with the default head.
Defalte.
Default. Now his elbow joint is pretty tight. Oh, no.
Oh, dang. Darkseid's falling apart here, guys.
So we're not gonna pull the hands off and replace those in this video.